So, yo, I went to go see this movie, The Home, starring Pete Davidson. And I'm going to just say this is a spoiler alert. This movie was a slow burn. Basically, slow mystery burn, getting to the mystery of this joint. It was a slow burn. So if you got patience, it's a good movie to see, because I'm going to tell you right now, it's worth seeing what goes on at the end. It's worth seeing what goes on at the end. But
you've got interesting eyes.
like any other movie, they gonna put the truth right in front of your face. You know what I'm saying? So they basically showing you what goes on at some or majority of these nursing homes, the home. So Pete Davidson, he's a adult foster kid that keeps getting into a lot of trouble. So he has to do community service at a nursing home, but he has to actually live there and stay there. So once he get there, he starts to realize that this is not a normal nursing home. There's some weird stuff going on here. So he starts to investigate what's going on. And when he do, he finds out. And he finds out what's going on. But not only does he find out what's going on, he actually finds out his older brother is still alive. And his older brother is one of the tested patients. It's basically like they have a group of elders that came in as kids, as foster kids, and basically like they are the lab rats of the doctor practice that goes on beneath the nursing home in the basement. So that's why you see the needle going into the eye, because they so-called discovered that the fountain of youth is not actual a fountain, but it's behind the eyeball, some fluid, the nectar. They call it the nectar. So when they drink this so-called nectar fluid from behind the eye, it powers them up. It gives them plenty of energy. You know what I'm saying? It also kind of remind you of what goes on in the real world when they take the so-called the blood from a young child. Y'all know what that means. I only think we can say that word on YouTube and TikTok, but it's like Rena Chrome. Rena Chrome. Rena Chrome. You know what I'm saying? Filling in words, you know what I'm saying? But that's what happened when you put a young child in a real fear state of his life being something done to his life or whatever the case may be. And the blood produces a chemical called chrome. And so these so-called elites, they harvest that from youth. You know what I'm saying? One of the reasons why a lot of the kids come up missing, that's just one. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to speak on all the other, but we're going to speak on that. So this movie was symbolically, indirectly talking about what goes on in real life with the youth, with the chrome. You know what I'm saying? They put this shit right in front of your face, man. You know what I'm saying? If you know, you know. You know what I'm saying? So he discovers it's not a regular nursing home. His brother was never unalive. He's there being used as a lab rat to keep harvesting in this nectar fluid from behind the eyeball. And once he finds out all that, and he wants to save his brother and the rest, hey, this man go ham at the end of the movie. He go crazy. You know what I'm saying? It almost leads you to a point where you think the bad people are going, it's like, damn, they got him. Like, I was like, damn, is somebody about to come in and save him from his fluid getting taken out of his eye? And when they did take the fluid out of his eye, I was like, damn, there you go. This another movie where goddamn, you know, the so-called bad guy turned good guy doesn't win. And the real bad guy win. But he flipped the script. So like I said, it's a slow burn like a candle, and it's worth seeing at the end if you can sit Because I was like, where is this movie going? So with all that being said, I'm going to give that John 5 extra large big bags of popcorn. Go see that shit to home. Peace. I'm out. Jumpman. Wadu.